Hi everyone, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Ninja Gaiden Black on Master Ninja difficulty, Vengeful Spirit. Obviously that's going to be the Spirit Doku, who's the final boss. Oh, well, not the final boss, but the boss of this level. And I can proudly say that I now know how to deal with the ghost fish. I'm going to be bringing you very good strategies to beat them. It's actually one simple strategy, and it'll make dealing with those ghost fish a pleasure. So we're not going to be saying fuck those ghost fish anymore. We're going to say let's bring these guys on for some more damage. Anyway, there he is walking down the hallway. The labyrinth is not that big, honestly. Very, very small labyrinth. Have equipped here your UF because we're going to deal some really good damage to this Fiend clone. He only appears on this difficulty. I just did very hard like a month ago, and he wasn't on here. We had the crab fiends. Anyway, so I don't think I even used one of my talismans of rebirth. Have equipped. I mean, whenever you're going for not UTs. Whenever you're going for Azuna drops like I am right here, equip your armlet of potency because that increases your throw damage, and the Azuna drop is a throw. I don't know how much carryover it has if you have the armlet of the sun equipped. You know, I still think it might hit him more, but I think it hits him even more if you have the armlet of potency on. You know, a specific move you're doing that increases the damage output. So this, if you have, watch this damage right there. That was pretty good. I thought that was a little bit more. If the most dangerous part of this fight is when he has very low health, because obviously. Look at this. There we go. Nice damage more. The least amount of damage this guy has, I mean, the smaller health he has, the more deadly he is. So it's pretty much we're both smacking each other with our paddles here, and trying to, you know, he's trying to Azuna drop me. I'm trying to Azuna drop. Well, he's not really trying to Azuna drop me. I'm trying to do it more than he is, and I get better results for my dollar. So if you want to, you can just jump off the sides of the wall. But I'm just going to take this guy out in the traditional fashion here. And that was a hard one. When I did that on Sigma, it was really tough, but not anymore. Anyway, I cut out the scene with Marbus. And you might want to backtrack and get some items too. You can backtrack wherever you want. Equip your flails over here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this technique. I'm going to actually hold my controller while I'm talking so I could know what I'm talking about even more here. So what you want to do, I don't do the cremator move. What I do is you engage the fish, and it's actually best to engage them from the air first. So I think you'll see me jump over to these guys. Jump in the air, and then all I'm pressing is X. Jump. Do I press X? No, I kind of lead. Yeah, there we go. You see how when you're jumping, that's when another school... So... keep pressing X. Press X like 3 times, and then the whole time after I press X 3 times, the whole time I'm pressing A. I'm tapping on that A button so I could get up in the air. Now I got bit right there, but when you are in the air, make sure that you press the X button so that you could take out any guys who are coming over to you. And then when you land. You should be in a good position. Let's see if it works here. See that? It's a good position to start doing some more moves. I don't do the cremator move. I just you have to really get into the pattern of this, but it really works well. Just keep tapping X 3 or 4 times, and then just tap on that A button for the computer to recognize you're pressing the A button. And then once you're in the air, press X. Then when you land, keep pressing X. It's pretty easy, actually. It's one of those things where. It's like, God, I'm never going to overcome these ghost fish. And then you start overcoming them, and, you don't even get bitten hardly. I got bit once there, but it wasn't that bad. And it's the same way with this game. You think that you can never beat it, but you can. Trust me, you can beat it. It's hard, but it's not that hard. Anyway, there's no more fish until the save point. I mean, after the save point, so you get to go to the save statue first. Yeah, this is a tough fight coming up. If you want to backtrack and save it, you can, but you're going to have to refight the ghost fish when you come back in here, so it's kind of ridiculous to do that. Here's another scene with Spirit Doku, and now we have some fish a laser crab, and a couple of dinosaurs. So I'm equipping the exploding arrows. This works a lot better in Sigma because, as I've mentioned many times, you can jump and fire an arrow in that game, whereas you can't do it here. Just don't go too far down. You're going to get a cutscene when you get to that line right there. And then see this guy? He's at the very edge. He's going to be making his way over to us. And I'm going to get out my exploding arrows just to see if I can get one or two off on him. Then I'm going to get out of the way. What you don't want to do is you don't want to bring the fight all the way down where the dinosaur is, because then you're going to have ghost fish attacking you. See, even this is a little bit too close for comfort because the fish will come. I remember the fish coming over here. There we go. Doing this nice UT with the true dragon sword. I'm going to back off. See how I saw the fish? I backed off because they don't cross this line over here. So I'm going to equip my flails. And I think we killed all the laser crabs that there are, but there are about 3 or 4 dinosaurs that spawn over here. So there's my flails. Long list of items to scroll through. Also, when you're picking up the treasure boxes, I just realized this. When you open the treasure boxes full of fish... Oh no, there's another guy down there. I'm holding my ground over here. The bad thing about these guys is that they can shoot their laser like way hella far away, and you could get trapped in it. It even goes through walls. See this? It's a good idea, you know. I do this with pretty good, you know. I always hope for the best when I'm trying to fire an arrow. But as has been evidenced many times in this guide, you know, without being able to jump and shoot, a lot of these strategies just don't even work. So I'm just going to cast an impel here. Now I'm going up here just to survive the environment. I hear the dragon down there. Oh yeah, what I was saying was, when you open the box and you know there's fish, because I was getting bitten every single time, and then I was doing all these techniques where I was, you know, tapping X 3 times and then jumping, hitting X again, and then landing, and then continuing to hit X. And then I would get even better results because they can't bite you when you're in the air. It's not like they bite you and bring you down from the air. So you have iframes in the air. It's just that you can't keep pressing X because he has a recovery. He has his weapon, the Vagorian flails. It has, once he's done, I mean, you could tap the X button, but only for so long until his combo just stops. And when it stops, you're in peril of getting bit because you don't have any iframes. You have recovery frames. So I don't believe there's any more fish over here, but yeah, whenever you know there's a box and it has fish in it, open the box, jump, press X in the air, land, continue to press X, and then if there's any more schools of fish, just repeat that process right over again. So I'm not sure how he got killed right there, but I was glad he got out of here. We're looking for a couple of keys over here, plus this now this chest over here, I didn't know about that you should jump first because it was trial and error on my part. The other chest that has fish down the line in this level, I will be doing it. So I did get wise at that point. But if you don't want to get that chest below there, don't worry. So that key of the lion is actually in this box in Sigma, and there's no box up top there. So you see how you have no chance because it's a little cutscene where they come out, and then that whole time I was pressing X, but they just got me. So there's just no way. You don't stand a chance. Anyway, next thing we're going to do is grab a Golden Scarab and go to the save point. So there's no more fish anywhere else until after the save point. So go over to the left right here, and we're going to grab our Golden Scarab. This one right over here, this should be number 48. And then there's going to be one more where the key of the lioness is, and then we'll have 49. And then what I did was I backtracked to the store and I got my plasma saber, and I started using it. in the fight right before the boss in that area. So you see how this is the save point right here. Very, very brief level, but it can be tough because those ghost fish. I mean, if there were no ghost fish in here, this would be like a 10-minute video, if even. But they really do slow you down. And I had enough resources to just cast the fire wheels, but I need to practice these guys because we're gonna have to fight them on the stairway without using magic in the next chapter, because we need all the magic we could possibly get on the Marvis Gauntlet, and we can't just be consuming all our resources killing the fish with Nimpo. We just can't, because there's no store on top of the core. So get good at this. I mean, look how good I am. Well, I'm not. I am bragging because I purposely went out of my way. I devoted some time to practicing this, and this could be you. Trust me, this could be you. It's not even that hard to practice. You know, it just requires a little bit of time and patience, and you know, you'll get bit sometimes, but it's not like you're gonna get bit every single time. Pretty much cleared all this with getting bit just one time. See, let his combo time out. I don't even let the combo. I mean, I let the combo time out of its own. And, you know, after I press the X button about 4 times, then I'm jamming on the A button so that... oh, yeah, by the way, right there, I was just showing you there's nothing over there. There is something over here, Golden Scarab, that's number 49. So you can go back to the Muramasa store. And, yet again, one of those things about convenience, there's no store over here by the Key of the Lioness. So watch this. I'm going to open this and jump. Like, when I did this, when I jumped right there, that was the moment of realization. So the moment I jumped, I'm like, yeah, I should be jumping. Or like right before I jumped, I'm like, you know what? This is not working. I need to jump. And that was the moment right there. So I caught it on tape. Anyway, more fish over here. A lot of fish. So, kind of, see? There we go. I jumped towards them and then I was all good. I'm going to jump towards them again. See, they can't grab you in the air. I never thought it would be a pleasure to fight the ghost fish. It is a pleasure to fight them in the previous game, or rather Sigma with the Dragon Squad and Tiger's Fang, but I didn't know there was a good technique like this. So I'm looking forward to dealing with more fish, so bring on these fish. You know, these fucking fish fuckers. Anyway, down the hall, at the dead end right there, there would be a store, but there's no store here. Someone also was telling me there's even fewer stores and fewer save points in the original Ninja Gaiden, and I'm curious to play that game, but I also hear that the puzzles are really kind of dumb. And you thought the puzzles in this game were dumb, but they're not that bad, are they? I don't think so. Anyway, here's the Key of the Lioness. We cleared all those fish. Now we need to go back to the save point, but there is one more batch of fish we have to deal with, the same batch that was originally in that little hallway over here. So I don't really care for this level too much. I do think the music kicks ass though. It's really awesome. So don't get, you know, see, jumped, X in the air, land, X, 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 X. The cremator move, the reason I don't do that, I've read a lot of the comments people have left. They've told me that that's a good idea. I don't really know for sure, but I feel that it might not be a good idea, because to do the cremator move, you have to move the left analog stick. What you do is you press X and then you press in any direction. Well, I'm not sure about the exact button presses, but I know you have to incorporate a movement of your body, like in the direction of the enemies before you do that final 5 taps of the X. So, I mean, it might work for all I know, but from where I'm sitting right now, I don't think it's a valid thing for people to be messing around with, especially people like me who earlier were not even very good at the fish. So, anyway, now I have the plasma saber, but I'm not going to bust it out until I kill these fish over here first. When I kill these fish, you don't have to fight these guys, but I think I killed Spirit Doku on... No, it took me 2 tries. But the reason oh yeah, you have iframes while you're being bitten by the fish. I thought that was hilarious. Well, I mean, you have... the other enemies can't attack you, really. So the only reason I like to do this battle, is because if I die on Doku, as I did die one time, I like to just... from the save point, just immediately run to the door and not have to be stressed out by dealing with enemies and wrestling with the controls to open the door. Because the interact button is the same as the slow but fast attack of his. So a lot of laser crabs. Just dealing with these guys. And Spirit Doku. What did I do on that guy? I think I used the UF. But you are going to have to be dealing with fish while you deal with Spirit Doku. But it's not as bad as it sounds because you don't deal with the fish the whole time. They're just like any other lackey. They come out when the boss's health dips to a certain percentage. So right when you get to Doku, immediately cast your Art of the Inazuma right at the outset and try to get a UT on him. I have significantly damaged Spirit Doku with UF's UT, and I just haven't been able to replicate it. I don't know. Because you have to be really close to the enemies to get that to connect, that UT with the UF. There we go. I just love this. I love that. It's so awesome. Anyway, this guy should almost be dead. The Plasma Saber is the exact same as the Dragon Sword, except for the sound effects. Anyway, I did save it first, so clear all these ghost fish. And what you want to do is, see this? It reached him, but he must have been blocking that. So, pretty simple strategy. I mean, I have the Armlet of the Moon equipped, but this is the kind of we're walking on the razor's edge here because we need to get to low health. But if we're at low health, he could kill us very rapidly. And the trade-off for that is, if we hit him while we're at low health, we could pretty much almost kill him with about 2 or 3 hits, depending on how much we have. So again, see, it doesn't really work. He doesn't take to UTs too much. And you can get out of these. You can get out of those in this game. In Sigma, you cannot. He also does that soul-draining move, where he siphons your health into his, and it's really bad, but he grabs me at one point, and I mashed on all the buttons, waggled the analog sticks. I know that sounds gay, but it's just what I say. Sorry to be rhyming all of a sudden here spontaneously, but let's see. Do I get out of this? No. He does grab me at some point, and I get out of it. It must have been this take. There we go. I got free of his clutches. I was trying to do that like hell on Sigma, and someone told me you couldn't do it. I don't take people's words, just naively, but I heeded the words, and then I practiced it a lot, and then pretty much certain you can't get out of that move. But basically, all you want to do is just jump off the wall and attack him. Oh yeah, every time you come down, every single time, always cast your Inazuma. Or whatever Nimpo you have, because, well, not the Fire Wheels, that would not be good. You don't want to have him grab you. It's very easy to get grabbed. So, it's not, we didn't need to use too much Nimpo on those fish, if at all. So now we're gonna, it's just a safety precaution. It's just an instant ability to have as many iframes as we possibly want to not get grabbed too. So I think I get a good chop right here. There we go, you son of a bitch. More fish coming in. I use my second Talisman of Rebirth. Gonna need to use the Nimpo. And he's almost dead. It's important though that he not grab us anymore. So we don't want our health going into his health. There we go. Almost killed him. But this guy is just so brutal, it's not even funny. There we go. He's dead. That's the end of the chapter. Next chapter is the core.